Okay, it's going. Hi everybody, it's Beth. I'm back. I've missed about 3 days. It's been kind of a crazy 3 days over here. But we can talk about that later. um, so let's see. I was gonna do a mail video and kind of take a break from putts. But then I remembered that I haven't made any mail art since the 80s and I'm not good at it anymore. So I'm going to practice. And when I get a little better, I'm going to show you a mail art video, which is something that a group of us are doing. And anybody that wants to join us can. And you decorate an envelope and send it. And anyway, more about that later. And so let's see, I did big groceries last night. And it went really well. I went to the Kroger on McCain about 8:30, and people were wearing masks and social distancing, and there weren't very many people in the store. And Fletcher was really proud of me because I got the right kind of hot dogs that are just as long as the bun, because last time I got the short hot dogs, and that was bad. So, today I'm going to show you a really special putt. And I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the week. We'll just have to see. I'm kind of winging it over here. I'm a potter. Fletcher is a potter. And whenever birthdays or anniversaries or Christmas come around, chances are one of us is going to give the other one a putt. And Fletcher is really good at finding putts on eBay. Like supernaturally good at it. And so let's go over to where the putt is. This is a gorgeous pouring vessel by Walter Keeler, who is a British putter. He was born in Buckinghamshire and went to Harrow, which is like the Alfred of the United States. Alfred is like the school, and Harrow in England is the school. And then he moved to Wales, where he has been making putts for over 50 years. I think he'll be 80 next year, and he's kind of the quintessential British putter of the 80s. But you know what? I don't like the light over here. I'm gonna move. Okay, that's better. This putt is a real stunner, and I wanted you to be able to see all the depth and color. This is a salt glazed pouring vessel, like I said, and it is thrown and altered with an extruded handle. And you can see that this was thrown as a cylinder and then flattened and cut. And when I look on the inside of the putt, it's really, really gorgeous in there. And he's well known for these kinds of surfaces. And if you look up here, this kind of effect is called orange peel, and it's something that happens in a salt or soda foaming. And notice that there's a whole lot more orange peel going on up here than there is down here. And you can control how much orange peeling you have by the chemical content of your slip. And I can't remember, it's like if you have less clay versus nepheline cyanide, you get more or less, and the other way, vice versa. So he has really cleverly used that slip to control how much orange peel he has on his putt. So here's the bottom of the putt, and there's just beautiful little wild marks down here. It feels like he may have sanded this a little bit. And he doesn't sign his work, but they almost always have this little dot down here. So it's sort of a signature. So, like I said, Fletcher found this on eBay, and it was a gift to me. It's been within the last year, and I had no idea. He completely blew me away. And when I opened the box, my mouth dropped open. I was one of those, I'm hardly ever speechless, but I could not talk. Because I've been a big admirer of his for years and have always wanted one of his putts. And I've only ever touched one of his pots in person, and that was at Jeff Astruck's house in one year when I was in Minnesota, and it was just a tiny little thing. And then I found out he sold it so he could buy a piano, and I just couldn't believe it. So I had no idea what Fletcher paid for this, but I'm so glad that he found it, and hope someday to be able to show it to you in person. I really consider this decorative because, well, I'm afraid to use it because I don't want anything to happen to it, and that's terrible. Walter Keeler has there's a lot of information about him out on the internet, and there are videos of him working. He's been really generous with his teaching techniques, so if you're interested in him, you can find lots of examples and articles. It's just a stunning pot. So I'm so happy to be able to show it to you. And we have a lot of pots, these special pots that Fletcher and I have given each other, and maybe that's what we'll look at this week. That sounds good. Sound good to you? Okay, Nats. All right, bye everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a great day. Oh, it's me again. You know how I said bye? Then I remembered there was something else I wanted to tell you, which is my favorite Walter Keeler story. And no, I've never met him, but wow, that would be cool. No, I read a story about him one time, and it talked about how he was invited to be in an exhibition, and they asked for 4 of his big picture forms, which he's pretty well known for. And at the time, he didn't have a kiln. He was moving his studio, and so there was no way to fire them. And so he built a kiln just out of some bricks that he had on hand, sitting around, that was just big enough for these 4 pictures. And he fired them, and they all came out perfect. So that's the kind of level of skill and accomplishment that an incredible potter like Walter Keeler has. So I love that story, because a lot of potters would have just said no. And Lucy's here, and he figured out a way and got it done. And I think that I can really relate to that story right now, because a lot of us are being asked to just like figure it out and get it done right now. So, okay, Lucy, no kidding. Yeah, okay, all right, now I'm leaving. Apparently somebody's dish is empty. Okay, bye everybody, see you soon.